Thank you to About the Memories Travel for sponsoring this video. We'll share more about them later.
Hey and welcome to a new vlog. If you're new to the channel, I'm Sarah, the other half adult Disney is Jeff, and right now we are on the Disney Dream for a European cruise. Today is a day at sea, so we have a lot of fun dining planned. We're gonna do some characters and a bunch more of other activities. We came to share it all with you and it's time for an adventure.
We are both early risers, and one of our favorite things in the mornings is being able to enjoy the ship pretty much empty, so it's almost like we have the ship to ourselves. And in this main lobby atrium space, one of our favorite details is the Donald you have right here. And then also in this area is the guest services desk. And on the back of the guest services desk, it has a map where each of the cruise ships is moved kind of around the map to where it actually is in real time, which we really enjoy.
Right now we are in the adult only area, so this is for guests 18 and older, and in here there's Cove Cafe. This is a specialty coffee shop, so they have more like lattes, cappuccinos, and other flavored beverages. The coffee in here is really good, but it is an additional cost, where if you just want like a regular hot coffee out in the main area, you can get that for free.
In Cove Cafe, they also have some treats, so in here all of the treats are complimentary. And we actually tried the Rice Krispie treat, so it's just a simple Rice Krispie treat. I grabbed an iced coffee, and then here's just an idea of the bar and lounge space in here. And then Jeff grabbed a latte, and one fun thing about the lattes here is if you have a hot latte, they can add a Disney character to the top, so we got Mickey on ours. We then grabbed our coffees and just enjoyed some of the outdoor space. This is the adult only pool area, and the thing I love here is you have the pool with the bar with the swim up kind of bar seats there in the distance. We then brought our coffee up to the top deck, and the views up here are just really nice, especially early in the morning. And here's a view of the ship out to sea, so it's going to be a really fun day at sea. Just next to the adult only area is the main pool area, which is for guests of all ages. And over here along the side, you'll have these drink stations. So these have drinks that you can walk up to and get anytime. And then they do also have complimentary hot coffee. So if you prefer just a glass of hot coffee, you can come over here. You can grab sodas anytime you want during the trip. And then they also have hot chocolates as well as hot teas here. So again, if you're looking for any of these beverages, they're all available complimentary on your cruise.
We just came back up to the room and got changed and ready for the day, and I just wanted to quickly share our plans. First up, we're gonna head downstairs and meet some of the characters that are out, and then we're gonna do some of the activities that they have for the day at sea. A lot of these activities, or pretty much all of the activities, are gonna be complimentary, so they're included with your cruise. But later today, we do have one of the extra cost things, which is an adult dining experience. So we have the brunch at Remy. We've never done the brunch here before, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Remy is one of 2 adult-only dining locations here on the Disney Dream. The other one is Palate. After that, we're gonna do some more of the activities, hopefully meet some more characters, and then this afternoon we have the Remy dessert experience. This is another adult-only dessert dining experience. We've never done this one before, so we're really looking forward to that too. And then tonight, there's a ton of things happening on the cruise ship. So it's gonna be a really fun day at sea, and we can't wait to share it all with you.
We made our way down to meet some characters, and on the way we saw Daisy, and she seems to be having a great start to her day at sea. But we are doing the Royal Gathering. This is a character meet where you do need a reservation. You can start booking them through the Disney app 30 days before your cruise. We forgot to do it at the 30-day mark, but luckily when we got on the cruise ship, there was some availability, so we were able to grab a reservation. And first up, we got to meet Ariel, and she was so fun. And then we got to meet Tiana, and then the last princess that we'll meet today is Cinderella.
We had one other favor. May we see a full view of your dress? Okay. So beautiful. Oh, I love it. Oh yes, we'd love to. Oh my gosh, there's glass slippers. That's so pretty.
Very talented.
Wow. I love it. Thank you so much.
After meeting the princesses, we made our way up to D Lounge, and in here this morning they are doing an Anyone Can Cook seminar. So with this cooking seminar, we're going to get to learn how to make lobster ravioli. First up, we grabbed our seat, and once we had our seat, they brought around some complimentary wine for us to enjoy. And then the Disney chef came out and he talked through how to make the lobster ravioli and the sauce that goes along with it. And during the instructions, there are screens along the side of the wall if you want a closer look at all of the steps that he is doing. And then the chef is, of course, at the front of the room talking through all of the steps. And after the chef was done, then a sommelier came out and he explained the wine and how it paired well with the lobster ravioli. And then, of course, we got to try some of the ravioli, which was delicious. And then at the end of the class, the chef was there and he answered any questions about the recipe and the lobster ravioli, that any of the questions that guests had. And then lastly, we were provided with a recipe card, which we were able to take with us. So that was a fun kind of souvenir if you wanted to try the recipe at home. After the class, we then made our way down to one of the stores. And the stores on the Disney cruise ships are only open when the ship is at sea, so anytime it's docked at port, the ships will be closed. So having a day at sea today is a perfect time to come down and check out some of the merchandise. I really enjoyed all of this Disney Cruise Line merchandise they had right here. The designs were really fun with all of the Mickey and Friend characters that they had. I especially like that bull there in the top right. And then down here they also had a fun picture frame, and I really like the set a course for an adventure tray that they had. And then here's a look at some of the Disney Cruise t-shirts that they have. And then over here we also found the Disney Dream bag that they have here in the store.
We are just getting ready to head into Remy's. We are doing the brunch here and it's our first time that we'll be doing it. This is in the adult only dining area. We did pre-book it and it is an additional cost. Before we get back to more fun, I just wanted to take a moment to quickly talk about our sponsor for this video. About the Memories Travel is an amazing travel agency and they have a bunch of specialists who can help you plan your next vacation. We have personally used them for our Disney trips and they can help answer any questions that you have and also keep eyes out for great deals. The best part is that they are going to have all of their services available at no cost to you, so you can contact them with all of your questions and they're to help for no additional cost. If you'd like to contact them for planning on your next trip, please click the link below in our bio. All right, now it's time to head back to the fun.
Remy is themed after the movie Ratatouille, and when you first walk in, you have a cast member that will point out 2 bottles of wine, and these bottles of wine actually appeared in the movie. They are available to purchase, but one of the bottles costs $15,000 and the other bottle of wine costs $25,000. And then when you make your way into the restaurant, here's just an idea of what the atmosphere is like and the different seatings. You do have some hidden Remy's, like this glass one up there, the hidden Remy on the back of this chair, and then along the back wall by this mirror, you also have a small Remy statue. So I love all of the ties to the movie there. And then to start off the brunch, you're provided some champagne, so that was a nice start to the brunch. Our first course is a bread. The bread is actually flown in from France and then finished cooking in the oven, and that's served with 3 different butters. This was absolutely delicious. We then went on to a pea soup, and then it served alongside the pea soup is a ham, so it was like a prosciutto that was served with a soup. And then after that, the next dish was a lobster dish. And I don't eat seafood, so the server offered to give me an alternative dish, so they brought out a gnocchi for me, and I love this. This was probably my favorite thing that I had throughout the whole brunch, so I was really thankful that they gave me that. Next up was a pork dish. So this was a pork dish and they had a cream sauce that they poured there along the side. Then it was a toothfish that was brought out. Again, since I don't do seafood, they gave me an alternative dish. So it was a beef dish with some beet ravioli on the side. Then we had a chicken dish. So this was chicken with mushrooms. And then finally, we made it to our dessert, which is a French baba bread with vanilla. And then we also had some small cakes.
We just finished up our brunch at Remy and it was really good. It's $80 a person, so it is a little bit more of a more expensive experience, but if you're looking for something special, like a special date, it's a great option. We're now heading to Meridian to do a tour of the cruise ship.
The tour that we're doing is for guests 18 and older, so this is an adult tour where they'll share some of the theming and fun facts about the cruise ship. And the tour starts in Meridian, which is the bar located between Palo and Remy, so it's very convenient with us just finishing up our brunch. And the cast members started off by sharing some fun facts up here, like that the cushions are meant to look like suitcases and that there's passport stamps on the wall. And we'll share an example of some of the fun facts they share next.
As we look at what I like to call the de-evolution of the paintings on our staircases, going from this elaborate painting of Gusteau and Remy, giving him that inspiration, down to basic concept art. And we're going to meet each other in the Alice in Wonderland experience, or as I like to call, Deck 5.
Here's a look at the group that we had for this tour. So it was a pretty big group, and one of our favorite facts is that if you look at the maps in the hallway of the cruise ship, if it's facing up, then you're moving towards the forward of the ship.
We just finished up with the ship tour, and it was nice. It was a very busy tour, I think because it was 2 o'clock on a sea day, but they shared a lot of just general information. One thing that I learned that I really enjoyed is that you have the 2 adult dining restaurants right behind me. So you have Palate, which is Italian inspired, Remy, which is French inspired, and then Meridian means in the middle, and so that's in the middle of them. And then the other thing that I really enjoyed learning about is that one side of the ship has fish. So you have the fish on the one side, and that's going to be the left side of the ship, which is the port side. And then the other side is the starboard side, and that has seahorses on that side. But it was a really good tour. If you're on it, it's especially like more general information, but it's a fun time.
We're now gonna head to the sports bar and do some origami. Hopefully it's some Disney themed origami, not sure, but that's where we're gonna go and check out next. All right, so we're in origami, and we finished up our level 1 origami. It's down here. There are turkeys, and then we're gonna build some more stuff.
One of the easy ways to do the crane is this. We're gonna put it upside down. Okay, so the pig must be down. And if you realize in front of you, the paper has exactly.
Here's our finished origami. So it was a fun break to just sit, relax, and do this. And then we made our way back to the middle of the cruise ship and saw that there was a bunch of characters coming out. So here you had Donald, and he went out to the deck area, so it was fun to just be able to interact with him with the water beside him, and he's looking very handsome in his formal attire for the night. And then we also went and met Minnie. Her line wasn't very long, we only waited maybe 10 minutes for her, but again, she has her formal attire on as well, so I love the dress, and then she has the feather in her hair. So these outfits are really fun.
We are now back up on the 12th floor and we're heading into Remy again. Now we are doing the dessert experience. This is something I've never done here before, so I'm really looking forward to checking it out.
Here's one more look inside Remy, and we were seated at a different table for our dessert experience. With the Remy dessert experience, it is an additional cost, so it'll be $60 per adult, and it comes with 6 different desserts. For each dessert that you have, a cast member will first come out and provide some information about the dessert. And we started with a creme brulee. This was absolutely delicious. And then our next dessert was a macaroon, and it had raspberries inside, and they added the raspberry sauce on it. Again, every time the chef or a cast member will come out and describe the dish and provide some background information. We then had a hazelnut dish, and then also this Napoleon style dish. We then finally made it to a chocolate dish for any chocolate lovers out there, but my favorite dessert was this final one, which looked like a lemon, so it was amazing how realistic the lemon looked. And then when you cracked it open, inside there was some cream and lemon type of jam, and it was so delicious.
We just finished up with our Remy dessert experience, and I will say it was very similar to the dessert experience that we did at Enchanté, and all of the desserts were delicious. It was really nice, but I will say out of the different options that are here for adult-only dining, I'd say it's probably one of my least favorite. I much prefer the Remy Brunch, so if you're looking for Remy dining, I would pick the brunch for that one. And my favorite adult-only dining experience out of all the options here on the Disney Dream is definitely gonna be the Palate Brunch. So it was good, it was a lot of desserts, so I love desserts, and it is still a lot of desserts. But again, if you're looking to do it, it's a fun experience. Everything was delicious, but for me, I just personally would pick the Palate Brunch hands down every time.
Our cruise is one of the cruises that is celebrating the 25th anniversary of Disney Cruise Line. So we made our way to the lobby where they had a show, so the 25th anniversary soiree. After the dance, the characters then came into the crowd and continued dancing with guests. So if you wanted to walk up to them and dance along with them, you are welcome to do that. Cast members also came around and handed out free drinks. There was both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. And then when we made our way up to our room, they also gave us a 25th anniversary piece of art, and the art was really nice, so I'm very excited about this.
We just watched the 25th anniversary soiree, and it was really fun. The characters walked down and then they went off and danced with the kids. And afterwards they gave drinks. So we got Blue Hawaiians, so they just handed those out for free. They also had non-alcoholic drinks as well as drinks for guests. We are now in doing 80s trivia before we head to dinner.
Here's number 2. Now, let's go to number 5. It is Woof Woof Toto. Africa, yeah. Rhythm of the night. Rhythm of the night. DeBarge.
We did not win trivia, but it was still really fun. We then made our way down to Animator's Palate for dinner, and here's an idea of what it is like inside the restaurant. One of the big things here is the screens where Crush will come on and interact with guests. So we'll share some of that here in just a little bit. To start off our meal, they'll bring over some bread, and then Jeff went with a soup to start, while I did the truffle pasta, and that is so good. For our entrees, I did a chicken dish which had potato, while Jeff went with a pork, which was served with rice and a baked potato. And then here I'll show a little bit of what Crush is like. We just finished up our dinner here at Animator's Palate, and it was really good. It was a busy day, so we were both exhausted. We're gonna head up to bed, get a good night's sleep, and get ready for Norway tomorrow. Thank you so much for following along with us, and can't wait to bring you on our next adventure.